All right, everybody. Hello, it's Richard Hart. I've got wonderful news for you. In 14 days and 3 minutes and 21 seconds will be the moment at which the next block becomes a snapshot block for HEX. If you haven't seen HEX, go to hex.win. If you like my referral link, you want 10% more coins, you can go to pumpamentals.com. It's like fundamentals, but pumpamentals. We've been waiting for this day for a very, very long time. The audits have found everything they will find bug-wise. We still have to publish them for you guys so that, you can see their prettiness, but there's no reason to delay the launch based on cleaning up the verbiage in the audits. I can send you one that I'm not under NDA on. It's, pre-final approval if you want to read it. If you want to see the code, I can put you on the GitLab. When the devs are done making the wallet, as pretty as it can be, then I'll push the code to the GitHub and then people can read it there too. But it's not that big a deal to just read it on the GitLab. They're both just hosted Git instances, right? What else? I think a new frequently asked question that I'm getting from a lot of people is, why won't the price dump on day 353 after everyone's been rewarded the big payday payout? And this is a basic misunderstanding of how HEX works. So if you free claim your HEX, then you're auto staked for a minimum of 350 days. And if you want to end your stake as quickly as possible, the first day or two of people will miss the big payday because you need to be staked on day 353. So if you just use the minimum stake length and you claim the first day, and I think even the second day, I have to publish the Excel sheet that has the exact timings on it, then it's actually on the website, I believe, then you won't even make the big payday. Then if you stake maybe day 3 and beyond, then you definitely get the big payday because you can't emergency unstake the free claims. And then the only people that will actually have coins available to dump on day 353 are people that claimed on day 3 or day 1 and 2 with adding an extra optional length to their stake. And that's it. From the free claimers. Now the people that have used the adoption amplifier, they don't have any type of auto stake and they can stake for a day or, as long as they want up to the maximum. And, who knows what they're going to do, right? But if you're concerned about this day 353 in regards to the free claimers, the majority of free claimers will occur after the first 1 to 3 days because there's 100 times more of those days, right? So it's a 350-day launch phase. And so the guy that has the last shortest, so if everyone chooses the shortest stake length possible, the guy that has the last of the shortest ones will occur on like day 701 because he claimed the last day of the claim phase on day 350, I guess 351 from the system start, but it's like day 350 of the claims because there's only 350 days of them because we start the adoption amplifier a day early because it gives out, coins at the end of the day. And if you want everyone to be able to start their stakes at the same time, then the free claimers and the auto stakers the free claimers and the adoption amplifier guys are only synced up if we start the adoption amplifier guys a day early because it takes a day for the lobby to be open and then close and then they can get their coins at the end of the day. And they're still delayed by like that transaction to get their coins. So, in theory, the free claim guys can start, one transaction faster than the adoption amplifier guys that are like having to send a transaction to get their coins out of the lobby. So why do I mention all this? Because people think that there's going to be a huge price dump on day 353 because they don't understand that since claims lasted a year, dumps last a year, right? And because people can get paid up to 3 times more for having a 10-year stake, a 3,641-day stake, that in my opinion, I think people will opt to get paid more for staking longer than the minimum. And you don't have to do 10 years, you can do any portion of it. It's about 20% extra shares for every extra year that you stake, just like in the real world in a real CD. You get about 20% more interest for every extra year that you extend the period of your normal CD. So I guess that's the most, right? So the two most popular frequently asked questions are the day 355.3 dump one, which, you know, if you don't make your stake longer, then you will always have less shares because the price keeps going up. So we could get a 3x, a 5x, a 10x, a 1.5x. Depends on what people do. Depends on how many people stake. You know, that's the amount of increase in the share price that we're likely to see in this first year, depending on participant behavior. And so for fun, we'll just pick a 10x. If the share price goes up tenfold after day 353, because it's based on the highest ever seen ROI that anyone's ever got, well, the highest ROI that everyone's ever going to get is going to be at the end of that big payday. So the price is going to jump up massively just after that event, after the first end stake that occurs after that event. So if the share price goes up tenfold there, and you go to get back in, you're going to have 10 times less shares, is how that works. So there's a huge advantage to staking as long as you can, because you're going to get a much larger portion of that big payday, and you're going to get a larger portion of all the future inputs to the stakers, which are three things: interest in the system, big payday, all the bonuses, and early and late end stake penalties that get paid into there. So if people, you know, don't end their stake within 2 weeks of when they said they should, they start bleeding 1% a week, and it goes to the stakers. So the stakers have three profit inputs: early and late end stakes, and inflation in the system, which is less than 3.69% and only paid to people at the end of the stake. So we have a relatively high period of inflation when no one can sell anyway during the launch phase, or at least, you know, the auto stakers can't sell. And then after that period, after the launch phase, it's built for raw, you know, USD appreciation basically, because the inflation rate's very low. It's lower than Bitcoin's ever been, and Bitcoin's cut its inflation rate in half in the 10 years that it's existed. Yeah. So I'll take a look at chat here, see if you guys have any questions. I'm a little bit tired. I didn't really want to do the stream right now, but because I've been traveling, doing, you know, constant trade shows and interviews and events, getting the word out. But I told everyone I'd give them a 14-day warning before the snapshot, and so the list was mailed. Every Telegram channel was hit with the notice. Every Twitter channel that I have access to was hit with the notices. That was HEX related, and then I figured I'd do a video for you guys, because for some reason I think some of you guys only follow me on YouTube, which is very silly of you, because YouTube gets updated the least and the latest. So Telegram's the absolute best. Twitter would be the second best. You should go follow HEX Crypto on Twitter, and you should follow Richard Hartwin on Twitter. You should join our Telegram. You should go to HEX Crypto, t.me/HEX Crypto, and t.me/ I don't know. You could use Strape. You could use Strape Charts. You could use Richard's calls. You can message me directly at Richard Hart, no spaces, Hart like the one in your chest, that spelling. You know, waiting for me to publish YouTube videos, very slow and inefficient and bandwidth intensive.